we got the map. We wanted to reconstruct this crime scene, didn't we? Properly. Could have a bit more information for us.
The same two neon-lit shapes, a man and a woman. A ray of backward motion explodes from the man's mouth, through the window to the roof outside, widening into a radius. A prime.
I have the map.
According to your
Extrapolate.
map of the district, this shot could have come from a wide angle of locations, starting with the northern edge of the abandoned boardwalk, ending with an islet in the bay. Let's call them B prime.
More precisely?
B prime for boardwalk, B double prime for Land's End, and B triple prime for the islet detective. There may be smaller points in between, but those are too fine to zoom in on.
Have a look at point B, the first one, the boardwalk.
700 meters away. The likeliest of these B positions, 20% chance. A skilled sniper could have made the shot, provided he had a safe sniper's nest. Even with the light on inside, we're talking military training. At that distance, the perpetrator would have had to take wind direction into account.
So they definitely would have to know what they're doing, have experience with a bit of sniping. We can have a look at Land's End.
1.2 kilometers away. The least likely of these positions. Let's say 3%. A truly skilled sniper could have done it. Possibly from a tent. No, too far-fetched.
And the, was it Islet?
1 kilometer away, a point beyond the docks, on an islet in the bay. The fort is ruined, but the perpetrator may have found a stable spot on the beaches surrounding it, where the concrete crumbles into the sea, as you saw in the coin-operated viewer.
Ooh, I did? Oh wow, is that because we actually used one of those coin-operated viewers once? We're getting more info?
The shot would have been a small miracle, 5% likelihood. There is an extremely narrow field of view from the bay to the window, between Rue de Saint-Ghislain 10 and 33A. The angle would have been extreme, and access to the islets is questionable.
Kim, do you think the shot could have come from further than the roof, in Martinez?
From where, precisely?
Let's say B prime, the boardwalk, B double prime, Land's End, B triple prime, the islet.
I see you have given this a lot of thought. Are those the locations you've singled out in addition to the roof? And what is the likelihood, in your opinion, that it came from a further distance?
Much less than from the roof, but still.
Okay, well, we should see if there is gunshot residue or sniper nests if we go down the coast. Rule these spots out one by one. It would be the diligent thing to do. Until then, personally, I'm going with the roof version. A simple hypothesis can be wrong, but it's something to build on.
Blink. Okay. We got some places to check out now. I'll be able to find some residue or some sort of clue that a sniper's been there. It is definitely more far-fetched that it was an experienced sniper, but we might find out more about this. It was a Ruby character. Maybe she knows what she's doing with a sniper.
It's you again. What is it?
It is. It's us again. Okay, I talked to Klaus here. Now I need to talk to Ruby.
Why?
Because she's your real leader.
You're cuckoo, cop. I'm the only man responsible for this unit. Get with it, or fuck off.
How many times must I tell you?
Yeah, fuck off!
Uh-oh. A civil war is brewing, and the only way to prevent it is to solve the murder. That means talking to Ruby.
Sounds like you want to push this steaming pile of shit on
I
anyone.
don't know what we can say to this guy.
And now you pick Ruby. Well, not on my watch you won't. Ruby's one of us. We're not gonna throw her under your moral intern steamroller. Fuck that shit.
And fuck you too, moral
He throws a glance at Titus as the last syllable leaves his lips, and the big guy sighs.
Ruby is missing. If you hide from the police in a murder investigation, you become a suspect. You know how it works, guys.
That's nothing. That's just legalese. You don't even have a sound theory. I don't want to be rude, but we're trying to get some R&R here. Think you could fuck off now?
I think we'll keep sticking around, Titus. You'll be surprised at how quickly a theory presents itself if you keep looking.
From the corner of your eye, you see a little bird fly into the bush, right behind the window, behind Titus's back.
Ooh, 83% white check. We could crank this up a bit more, we may as well. Dude, we got so much here. It's still just going to be a solid theory. And we should definitely push this. Let's logic it up a bit more, though. Dude, we're already so logical. Can't hurt to crank it up. It's in the 90s, just so we can fail another 90% roll tonight. Two logic. What is this thing? Hat. Another logic hat. So, we're pretty darn logical. Dude, we're so logical. It's actually crazy. I don't know if we can even go up anymore.
It's you again. What is it?
%97%. Are we really going to fail this again? Here we go.
A sudden flash of lightning in your neocortex. The hostel cafeteria is lit by its airy blaze. Floor plans, bullet trajectories, webs of human emotion, all channeled into a single thought.
Why are you so sure Ruby didn't off him?
Because she was here, all night, with us.
He's cobbling together shit so he can put her away. It's Cop 101.
She was here all night? 11:30 to 12:15? She was here during all that time?
Yeah, with us, drinking, near the stage there.
She didn't go to the toilet?
No.
That's a lie.
You know that's not the case.
All right. She took a fucking leak, okay? For one moment. Maybe went out too. She has an operation to run from her lorry. We're not getting into what that operation is again, Cop.
Cold.
That's probably for the best. Don't break your stride now.
Yeah, stay on focus.
And just 'cause she was gone for 5 minutes doesn't mean she magically got to the roof and shot him.
Yes,
I've
it
been
does.
through this.
5 minutes.
It's not plausible.
You could do a lot in 5 minutes.
All right, we're in. We got Ruby unaccounted for sometime during the window. This was crucial. Now let's place her on that roof.
The winch. Should we hit the winch? The rest seem a little speculative. This is... Have you noticed the winch out back on the outer wall of the whirling?
I've seen the winch. I'm not blind. You saying she reeled herself up by her collar. Like some kind of...
He can't come up with an analogy.
Kidding?
Let's go with that. Point is, it's just a rusty winch. It doesn't put her on the roof.
You do agree the shot came from the roof, right?
Why not? You can't draw a straight line into Clausia's window from any of the surrounding buildings. Not from what I know about Martinez. Maybe from the coast. But like I said, I've been too busy dealing with you idiots. So no, I don't think it was a sniper. It was close up.
There's a 72% chance that the bullet came from the roof.
72%. There's a percentage and all. Where'd you get it from? Your guys in the lab?
Maybe.
Definitely lie. The truth is not credible.
Yeah, definitely lie. We can lie to him. Like, yes, we have a ballistics lab in Kuron we consult in cases like this.
Wouldn't hurt to have one of those in Martinez. Still, all the labs in the world don't put her on that roof. How'd she get there? Climb?
Ruby could have gotten to the roof from somewhere inside the whirling.
Nah. The only way up there is through Clausia's room.
Maybe there's more.
What do you mean?
How much do you guys know about this place?
We've only been drinking here for what? 6 years? How much do we know?
Been thinking of getting wilding in racks. That is on my ass, boss.
There you go. Tatted on his ass. We know the place.
Oh, this locked door in the kitchen. It's crucial to everything, isn't it? There's a locked door in the kitchen and another on the roof. Ever been through those?
No, but that doesn't prove anything.
It's just 2 dolls. We're not giving you Ruby for that. She's one of us.
What if they're connected by the winch, Eugene? That is your name, right, Eugene? If they're connected, she could have gone to the kitchen, gone up, shot him on the roof, then come down. All in 5 minutes. How about that?
Yes, she could have. This is one long shot.
He shakes his head, but the look in his eyes shows interest. It's not that long of a shot. It's pretty plausible, really.
Tell you one thing. I liked how that goddamn winch came up again. That was nifty.
Have we firmly established Ruby could have had access to the roof where the man was shot?
Firmly? Try shit on a stick. All you've established is a possible route to the roof that you haven't found. And even then, a route doesn't put that bullet in the Burke's head. A gun does that, and Ruby doesn't carry one.
Phase 2. Murder weapon. Get a gun in her hand. If not that, then at least a shadow of a doubt. In the shape of a gun. Just don't contradict yourself. If it doesn't sound like Ruby did it, maybe keep it to yourself.
Maybe keep it to yourself. I mean, the pawn shop, I was worried immediately. Like, was it our gun? No, that couldn't make sense, could it? Because we came here after the murder. That makes no sense, yeah. We came here to investigate the murder and went on a rampage then? I'm not sure. I've already established Ruby's running drugs. She could have smuggled guns too. Show them the antique rifle. There are weapons like this just lying around in Martinez.
That looks antique. A Belle McGrave. It's inoperable. Where'd you get it?
There's a cellar under the bookshop. It was hidden there, with others just like it.
20, maybe 30 rifles, Titus. Also broken, but still, there were too many. And there must be other caches too.
God damn it. We need to close that dump down for good.
Okay. I see your point. There are guns lying around. Damn it. I thought we'd found all the old spots. Why was that still there?
We just missed one. Ruby doesn't know this place, boss. Just these cops digging up shit.
Should we just push on? Some of these might be bad. I didn't really want to bring up the drugs thing. I think we're leaving the drugs thing alone for now. She could have smuggled guns too. Like, possible, but this is still just speculation. It's probably not really going to go anywhere unless we have something a little more concrete. There's a small chance the shot came beyond the roof. Like, true, but... I might move on. I didn't say I'd prove she had the murder weapon. Just that we need to find her.
All right, Colin. Keep talking. I'll tell you when I've had enough.
We haven't annoyed him too much.
T, we're not seriously considering it, are we? Ruby wouldn't do this. Why would she do something like this?
Phase 3. Motive. The last component. The big one. Get this and they'll give her to you. Remember,
Yeah.
don't piss him off. That never never works.
Trying not to piss him off. That's why I didn't say any of those other things. It seemed just unnecessary and speculative and nothing solid that it would just piss him off as we just like shitting, just taking random guesses and telling him everything we know. We've got to hit him hard about the fact that she was keen on Classier, yeah? It's not why did she kill him, it's why did she organize the cover-up? Classier told me some pretty interesting things about Ruby. That's probably a way to go. Leadership challenge. And he seemed pretty defensive of Classier. We'll hit this one. Classier told me some pretty interesting things about Ruby.
Yeah. Like what?
Apparently she had a thing for Classier.
A thing? You mean?
He tilts his head to the side and falls silent. Yeah, that's hitting. I think that's hitting him.
Behind his squinting eyes,
Dominoes are falling, yeah.
Fast. It's all beginning to make sense to him now.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, but they're both girls.
Poor old Angus can't understand. He's like, what? The fat man looks up from the table, oblivious.
Girls like girls too, Angus, sometimes. This is one of those times. She liked Glacier.
What Kim said.
Fuck you. First he says she's murdered him. Now she's a too? It's a lie.
Come on, Glenn. She likes Monica's titties more than you do. Everyone knows which way the wind blows there.
Crazy.
I did. I knew it. That's why she didn't fuck me at Fatty's birthday party.
I mean, logically, if she doesn't want to sleep with you, then that's
She
the
didn't
obvious.
fuck you, 'cause you're 40, and you still live with your mom, Dennis.
Light laughter sounds up in the room. It feels nervous. Classy said she made advances on her, and she thwarted them.
Ruby then threatened her and told her to end her relationship with the deceased.
This is some sordid shit. It's also the kind of garbage our Miss Aronier puts out to cover her own ass.
Sort of, but he doesn't have to know that.
Some sort of shit. It's also the kind of garbage Miss Aranya puts out to cover her ass as if she's lying. Sort of, but he doesn't have to know that. So she did tell us when we were close to arresting her. She just told us. Ruby made her scared and she spilled the beans. Number 2. She did tell us when we were close to arresting her. She just told us Ruby made her scared and she spilled the beans. To cover her own ass. I see, yeah. So say if she's covering her, if we say we're about to arrest her, I mean, well, she probably made up a lie worrying about being arrested. But she just told us Ruby made her scared and she spilled the beans.
That Ruby is queer as cabaret. Now that I start thinking about it, I don't know why I didn't see it earlier.
He looks out the window pensively. I'm pretty sure that was the better thing to say.
And that's okay. Some are queerer than others. You can still be a Hardy. But if you bring your own personal shit into our outfit...
If that's the case, then it's not right. But it's not the case, right?
There are many pieces that fit together that way, Eugene. Face it.
When Classy came downstairs, Ruby appeared to know that something was wrong.
Nah, man. That's just Ruby. She's got shit under control. That's her whole thing. That's why she's so good.
Plus, man, it's like female intuition, you know. Women talk to women. Which is sort of why we need someone on the team who they talk to.
Eugene wants a woman on the team so they can do their job. That must be hard. Half of Martinez is female.
Yes, she just got her shit together. That's how she knew. Yes, she's just got her shit together. That's how she knew, as in her shit together was the murder. Or she knew what happened because she killed him. Eugene wants a woman on the team so they can do do the sarcastic, like, yeah, for sure. I might go 2. Yes, she's just got her shit together. That's how she knew.
Yeah.
The man seems unsure of himself.
Wishful thinking has no place in a police investigation.
The lieutenant tells Elaine, his voice mild but firm.
A more logical conclusion that you wish to avoid is that she knew what had happened because she did it.
These are the original things. Should we sort of go through all of this? Well, there's no conclusion anyway. It's not why did she kill him, it's why did she organize the cover-up.
And I suppose you have a theory about that too, cop.
She could have just been covering up for herself, Titus.
Think about it. Why go through all that effort? It was her idea, wasn't it? The hanging. You went along, but she suggested it.
Putting the plant in the thoughts in his head.
She had, like, a fully formed plan and shit. Right when she came back downstairs.
Really, Shanks? Claudia wanted to talk to another girl, that's all. She was just the first one up there. I could have come up with that plan if I'd have been first.
Time for a logics demonstration.
Eugene, let's assume you killed him. We hit Eugene, yeah? Because he just said that he could have come up with that plan. Logic's demonstration on Eugene.
He scoffs.
Think. You kill him. Get up there. Shoot him. Get down.
Would you prefer to go on trial with your friends as part of a lynch mob, or alone for committing murder?
The man is silent.
Yo, we're getting him into logic.
If she used us to cover her own shit up, well, that's a serious violation of the Hardy Code, boss.
We're getting them on our side.
Which is why she didn't. This is fucking stupid, Titus. This and the queer thing, all of it. Why aren't more of you defending her? This is fucking stupid, Titus.
Glenn, I thought the same thing when she skipped town and left us in this shit.
Yeah, she's bailed on them too.
Oh, so he didn't rule her out completely. And she's skipped town. This is good.
Now we can move on. I don't know if I want to say everything. Maybe it's all part of a leadership challenge against you. That might make him cranky. I'm not going to say these two. I think we're just going to move on. Because these two aren't really our train of thought at the moment and what we're pushing. Titus, you have to see it. Things don't add up. We need to talk to her.
Silence. He looks around the room. The old man in the corner nods. This is the only option he cares for.
Damn. So the old man has some respect.
Yeah, I see it. There's one more thing I've been wondering about. Ever since you asked me where she is. Add it to your list of suspicions, if you want. I don't know. I don't know where she went. She just got up and left. Got real scared, too. Wouldn't tell me where. However, hard I asked. Want to know why?
Hell yeah, I do.
She was afraid I would tell you. Maybe she was right. By now, I probably would.
She knew there's evidence on her, and she knew we'd find it. This is typical suspect behavior, why fleeing is always incriminatory.
Perhaps. Ask her if you find her. It won't be easy, though. She made sure of that.
Alright, here we go. Now questioning into location. Do you have any clues on where Ruby went?
She's not far. We know that much. She didn't take her lorry, so she's on foot.
Good fucking luck, man. She knows this place like the back of her hand. You'll never find her.
Yeah, Al. And we won't either.
She's not really a Hardy candidate anymore, is she?
She's not, Glenn.
Have you looked for her?
A little. On the coast.
Where have you looked for her, more precisely?
More precisely, on the coast, past the waterlock. She's not here, so I'm thinking she's there.
When did she leave?
Friday afternoon. When you first arrived, I got word the RCM was in town. Then she came in to see me. Told me she was leaving. That's when we had our little conversation.
What was she scared of?
I told you. You.
Me, as in the RCM?
No, you. As in the cop with the sideburns and the disco clothes.
Me specifically? I have no idea why she'd be scared. I'm just a normal cop with regular thoughts in his head.
Sure. Normal.
Very normal.
You know, when I first saw you limping here, I thought she was paranoid or sniffing her own supply. But now I'm not so sure.
What else did Ruby tell you about me?
She said you have a funny taste in clothes and that you won't stop.
Won't stop?
Until you have something on her. She said she's heard of you from Jamrock, that you're a human can opener, that you play suspects against each other, open them up like cans.
Fucking hell. Titus, did he just...
Open Angus up like a can? Yes, he did. Now, we can whine about it, whack him, or we can go on with our lives. I'm having a go on with our lives kind of day, Al. How about you?
It's not an actual question. Silence. He nods.
I kind of want to ask Kim this, but I feel like we should really stay on course and not say anything too dumb right now. Is that true, Kim? Am I a can opener? Let's just say anything else. Anything?
Yeah, there was something else. She wouldn't tell me, though. I could see she wanted to. It was burning on her lips. This called Titus. This called heat. But she was too scared.
Do we possibly actually know her on a personal level? Like, if we finally meet her, is it going to be something like we've been dating before we were together or something? I feel like we must have some history. Can you tell me where on the coast I should start looking?
Sure. There are some shit houses there. A cinder block town. Fisherfolk there refuse to unionize. So, that's one place we haven't looked.
Cinderblock Town.
I hear they have a shack where junkies sometimes crash. Time for you to step up.
We will start there. One more question. What does Ruby look like?
Boyish. Hair's red. Dyed. She looks like a Lowry man.
Do you know what she's doing with Ulan frequencies?
The what now? I have no idea. Boys?
She said she's building a pale emitter.
What?
We were talking about radio equipment. She said she's doing Ulan frequencies and a pale something. I don't know more.
This guy barely understands what he's talking about.
There you have it. Pale something.
It's not much, but it'll do.
It'll have to.
He puts his hand out. Let's shake his hand.
His grip is firm and reassuring.
He shook our
like holding
hand.
a piece of unpolished granite.
Titus is chilling out a lot more. Ever since we put all these ideas in his head, he's starting to put it together in his head as well and realizes, like, this isn't so crazy. This is all starting to sort of line up and make sense.
You know, I don't usually do this. I just measure things. But
You said it would be nice to have a ballistics lab. You could use ours. That's a weird thing. We're actually saying that to Titus? So visual calculus is kicked in. Let's say this, because I'm not really sure what will happen. You said it would be nice to have a ballistics lab. You could use ours.
No. We're good.
We offered at least.
Why not? You could turn the thing into an actual police force. Afraid you would actually have to follow the law?
Rich boy law is a sham. It only works for the Wild Pines, lady. So keep your lab and watch your ass out there. The coast is a dangerous place for lawman, especially Mr. Can Opener here.
it's not a threat.
It's a
It's
warning.
a warning.
Yeah, he's being a lot more chill now. Actually, like, shaking our hand and giving us warnings as if he actually cares.
Behind the dockworkers, a ceiling-height window. The hawthorn branches scrape the glass like bony
We
fingers.
probably should have done this before all that, before.
There's a yellow ribbon tied to one of the branches. Light yellow, faded with time. A tiny splash of color
What
in
the
the
fuck?
blackness of the thicket. Hanging from it, a bronze key.
Whoa.
Someone hid the key in the bush and attached a yellow ribbon to make it easier to find. It's close enough to the latch up there. One can slide it open and just take it.
That's
Surely not a coincidence.
Should have poked at this before all that conversation. Someone's hid a key in the bush.
Huh?
Titus, can you hand the key to me, please?
I'm not your janitor, cop. I don't even know what you're talking about. There's nothing there.
You said please.
If he says it's there, it's there.
The lieutenant takes his glasses off to clean them and then puts them back on. I think Kim's sort of admitting he doesn't have the best eyesight. He's cleaning his glasses. Like, well, I can't see it, but I trust. Me? Can you let me slide by so I can grab the thing?
I don't know about that. I'm comfortable here. Don't think any sliding would really help right now.
This is stupid. Just go over there and get the key.
Sorry, fucko. Looks like you're gonna have to go bush diving. Good fucking luck with that. The Hawthorn's got a bitch of a bite.
I'm gonna enjoy the sight of you in the bushes out there.
I'm sure they will.
With a loud thud, the old man stands up, pushes the window open, grabs the key from the hawthorn branch, and slides it across the table.
Good
to
old
you.
Theo. He's like the smartest, the older, mature guy. He's a lot more reasonable, or just knows when to act and stop fucking around. Just like, here, take the key.
The key is brass. Workshop spare is etched into its bow. The old man closes the window and sits back down in silence.
Come on, man. We were just having some fun. Where's the harm in...
I'm tired of listening to your shit.
Thank you. Nod to the old man.
Don't thank me. I don't give two shits about your key.
Does anyone know why this key was hanging right outside the Union box window?
Didn't even know it was there. Boys,
No idea.
Never even seen it. Someone must have hidden it there before this room became our place.
Maybe this is somehow connected to Ruby getting to the roof.
your secret root theory? You're grasping for straws, cop man. Why'd she put it back if it's hers?
Fair question.
A little wisdom from old Titus. Not everything is connected to one thing. Keys just lie around. It's a messy world.
It's said without aggression, as genuine advice.
I wonder what doors does it open? I mean, it's such an obvious question.
It could open the door in the kitchen.
Yeah.
The blue door. It says workshop spare. Maybe there's a workshop there?
It's worth a try.
Well, it's getting later. I was going to go around the coast and ask, but look for Ruby. Still got a bit of time, because we got stuff to do at 10.
You see, it could be connected to the bar. The key fits the dimple lock.
Oh, finally.
It takes a bit of effort to turn it after all these years. But then, the lock clicks. Dust rises before you like mist. A tomb? Haunted by regal spirits from distant ages.
Finally got this door open. This pinball says Franco-Nigerian. The theme is horses and swords. This pinball is white Diora. The back glass shows a female figure in mourning. A note, NB, the spare key is tied to the bush outside the corner room window. It's just a spare key that they hid. I don't think it's anything too sus, the keys there, but this whole area is...
Over there, in the corner.
The pinball machine?
Not just any pinball machine. This is the pinnacle of pinball. Cornelius Gordy and the Mountain Goats. It's lit. You can't wait to get your hands on it.
It's lit, fam.
Lit. a phrase almost synonymous with the Insulindian pinball scene. Any pinball scene, really.
Kim, you seeing what I'm seeing?
The pinball machine. Gordy's Goats, a classic.
Wait, you've played it?
A little.
Feels like a lot. Too much to play it again.
Let's take a closer look.
Ah, great.
Cornelius Gordy and the Mountain Goats reads the golden lettering on top of the back box. There's a small column of text underneath. The machine is coin-operated. Get the game on, Fingerboy. Those flippers are ready.
Lean closer to read the text.
Above the painting of a mustached man climbing a hill, a column reads, inspired by the legend of Cornelius Gordy, taken on the world's tallest peak, Corpus Muindi. The Mesk legend holds that when the nation is in danger, heroic Gordy shall return and save his people.
Inspect the playing field.
The theme of the game is to explore Gordy's climb through the perspective of goats and to ascend to the top of the mountain in a time of trouble. The peak of the mountain is at the top of the playfield. All the balls have small goat icons on them and represent the goats as they race up and down the mountain. Areas around the playfield represent Gordy's climb, places he was said to have camped, which the goats can discover. Get them to the summit.
What's with all the goats?
Indeed. Think of them as balls.
Dude, we got to play this pinball. Kim probably won't be too happy, but yeah.
It takes a while to get into a rhythm.
Look at it go.
But pretty soon, you're able to keep 3 goat-faced balls in play with relative ease. Go, go, Fingerboy.
I feel sorry for the gods. If they only knew the kind of guy old Cornelius really was.
Wait, what kind of guy was he then?
The kind of a guy who uses the word savages a lot when recounting his travels. A masked nationalist.
A racist mountaineer?
An avid huntsman too. He was often photographed in his dining hall, surrounded by wall-mounted hunting trophies from every continent.
That is not cool.
He also hit his wife and kids.
Sheesh.
Other people's kids too. Sometimes pets. Hateful little man.
This guy sucks.
But you seem to be having fun.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm enjoying the pinball machine. This guy sucks. I'm pretty good at this.
Your game is definitely improving. The jolly goats are flying all over the board, and although a few plummet to their deaths, you're never left with less than 3. Suddenly, a special passage leading to the summit slides open at the top of the board. This is where the balls need to go.
This is fun after all those heavy conversations for the past, hours. It's literally been hours of just heavy-ass conversations we've been having. Doesn't hurt to play a little bit of pinball. Concentrate and aim for the narrow passage.
Maneuvering a goat ball into a position for a perfect hit isn't easy. More fall to their deaths. But finally, the opportunity presents itself. One of them gets through.
Well, let's say even when we play pinball, even the pinball machine is racist in this game.
The words "pale rupture" light up on the speaker panel, and the machine starts filling with a thick, milky fog. Something's happening.
Congratulations. This is where the game ends. It's a cheap way of getting more money out of the players. A stupid, nihilistic finale.
There's so much fog, you can barely see anything. Some is actually leaking out of the machine, and one by one, your goats start slipping, disappearing into the milky nothingness. This can be navigated. The balls leave almost imperceptible disruptions in the fog. Use them to calculate where they hit next. You're down to your last goat, going mostly by sound. Eyes are useless at this point, but that goat is something special. 5 times you snatch him back from the jaws of death. You're in a perfectly balanced system where neither you nor the pal is able to get the upper hand. This could go on forever.
Our reaction speed's pretty bad. I don't think we're going to get this, but we might take a morale hit, but we got to try it. Why do they even make these if it's impossible to win? That can be said for a lot of arcade games. Let's try it. It's not gonna work. God, we've gotten snake eyes enough on 90% rolls. Can we get 2 6s?
With automation-like precision,
Are
you
you
keep
serious?
the final goat ball in play, reacting to the tiniest stimuli, floating in the flow state. The fog is clearing, and suddenly the old speaker crackles. Gordy Ball is lit.
Gordy ball.
Huh?
Has Kim not seen this before? Oh shit, we outplaying Kim?
A panel opens up at the top of the playfield, and a new ball charges downhill. It's larger than the goats and matte black. Cornelius spell the white letters running across the equator.
Cornelius.
So violent is its descent, it immediately knocks the last goat into the abyss. Then proceeds to bounce all across the board as if carried by some demonic otherworldly inertia. High score, announce the speakers,
Yay.
and the whole machine lights up. Then the flippers retract, leaving a perfect opening for the Gordy Ball to join the goats backstage. Cornelius vanishes, and the machine powers off.
That's amazing.
We impressed Kim. The lieutenant mumbles. He sounds a little out of breath. I think I won, Kim.
You didn't just win. No one I know has ever beaten Gordy's goats. That is a monumental achievement, Detective.
Who's the king of pinball, Kim?
Congratulations, Your Highness. That was really impressive. The machine needs a good service before anyone else can even attempt it again.
Is that an excuse for him not trying?
Yes. Good times.
Good times.
Once again, the machine becomes one with the dust and the darkness. Life has left it, unlikely to ever return.
That was fun, though.
All these mesmerizing machines, just waiting to be plugged back in and played.
Run your finger across the dust of the white Diora machine. It's getting close to when we got to go do this meeting.
Feels like it might jump back to life any moment, the lights illuminating the white-robed woman.
What's white Diora?
Some kind of inane pinball theme. Probably related to Messina during the DeLorean age. The history themes are the worst.
Diora was one of the 3 crown cities of the DeLorean era, on the Muindi Isola, the others being Ria Silvia and Advesperasket. This theme is all about early airships and beautiful, sad, pearl-laden women. It's quite nice, actually. The lieutenant grimaces, looking at the machines.
How about we fire up one of these bad boys and play some ball?
You can't fire them up. They are broken. Only that one machine in the main hall works. The Royalist Pinball.
Think. Kim Kitsuragi. Kim Kitsuragi.
Kim, Pinball, Kitsuragi.
Kimball? A.k.a. Kimball?
Exactly. That's what he's known as.
Hey.
His reputation precedes him.
You're Kim Pinball Kitsuragi.
So now he remembers.
He looks at you in the silence of the workshop, then takes his glasses off and cleans them.
Fine, I'm Kim Pinball Kitsuragi, aka the Kimball. You remembered. Congratulations.
Wait, but I still can't remember anything else.
Wonderful. He only remembers hearing about the pinball policeman.
You don't seem to really like pinball.
No human being should. It is a game that requires no skill
Not
and
true.
a childlike affinity to flashing lights and to fantastique, science fiction, and historic romance franchise.
Why is he downplaying his passion for pinball?
It is lame.
Then why are you called pinball?
I am not called pinball. It was used to taunt me a long time ago, before I became a homicide detective and got my lieutenancy.
How did you...
Fine. I was a juvenile police officer for over 15 years. It's how I started out in the RCM. Once I had to infiltrate a pinball ring, as you do when you're a juvie cop.
Infiltrate a pinball ring. Okay.
It was not okay. I needed to become a pinball champion. I trained for 9 months. The job was successful and I was moved out of the juvenile wing to homicide.
Weird.
End of story.
You were a juvie cop for 15 years?
That time is over now. I was already a 38-year-old man. It was unbecoming, as was playing pinball.
So that's why he doesn't want to talk to Kuno. Trauma and stressor disorder from being a juvie cop.
Should we actually push it? Will it make him upset if we keep diving in? Wait, so that's why you didn't talk to Kuno?
It's best if you handle the juvenile delinquents.
Don't worry, I'll keep calling you Kim.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi is good too.
I should have said the other.
Now, we really need to continue our sweep of what appears to be a secret path through the whirling.
Yeah, I wanted to be a little more personal. We've been hanging out for him for so long now. We're not on a first name basis. He just hits us with the Lieutenant Kitsuragi. I thought we were pretty chill by now.
This small elevator is dimly lit by a bulb that's been glowing for ages. The latticed cage is open, inviting you to step inside.
Look in. This is going to go up to that door, up to the roof, isn't it? Sure.
Smells of nougat and sweat. Your head brushes up against the ceiling. There is a control panel to your right, and just enough room for 2 people to fit in.
Look at the elevator controls.
There are large rectangular buttons, monter, descend, and an international call for emergency assistance. That third one appears to be broken. A small steel plaque reads Halter 800. Halter is a Koningsteiner lift company who went out of business a long time ago.
I wonder what this elevator was used for.
Seems like a small freight elevator for transporting machinery. For that, it's pretty quaint.
He taps the on-the-guttering light bulb. It's golden in the dark. Dude, we're gonna close the doors and go up. We're gonna go up. Ooh, it's this place. Small windows taped shut with black plastic. You can't see outside. Boxes and tools and boxes off tools and replacement parts line the shelves. There's a workshop. Schematics for pinball machine. Futurism themed. Ooh. Look at this thing. That's pretty good. Pinball maker's coat. Empathy hand-eye coordination. The pinball machine has been taken apart and gutted.
So this is where they brought 40 pinball machines to fix them up. A long time ago. Everything is covered with dust now. The lieutenant looks around the dusty, crowded room, inspecting the tools on the shelf.
This used to be a pinball workshop.
Looks like it. I'm guessing Martinez North 22 used to be a pinball arcade before it became a hostel. There are machines left over. Downstairs in the hall, next to the main door. One of them even works. I've seen one of the hearties bang away at it.
Remember the dice maker? Then that means...
Whirling in Rags was once the East Delta Pinball Arcade. This is all left over from that.
Ah, yes, as the novelty dice makers said. This has absolutely nothing to do with the case, I'm sure. But I do like a nice little connection.
But then it went bankrupt. Your skin crawls from making the connection.
Could this mean the Whirling in Rags really is part of the doomed commercial area?
If that's true, then our cafeteria manager is not going to like it. We should tell him what we found up here, omitting that suspicion. He does not appear to be the kind of man who likes his establishment to be part of a neighborhood ghost story about bankruptcy.
Stupid superstition. But still, it would be interesting to see what the cafeteria manager thinks of this. It's not a ghost story. It's a curse, and Gart ought to be made knowledgeable so he can perform counterspells.
Counterspells. Looks like they gave up on fixing the pinball machines at some point.
At some point, 20 years ago, 15 maybe, before pinball went out of vogue.
Pinball never goes out of vogue. Pinball's eternal. Ooh, look at these. These are scuffed footprints.
You clearly see footprints in the downy carpet of dust covering the workshop floor.
Are these going to be our 8 Hardy's footprints?
Jackpot. These, unlike everything else here, are new.
Someone's been here within the last week or two.
3 weeks maximum, from the dust coverage. It could easily have been 1 week too. You know, officer,
This is so good it makes him forget the whole Kimball memory.
the Blue Door was a mega investigation after all. It has now converged with our main investigation, which I would say is quite large.
Okay, what does this mean?
It means someone snuck through what seemed like a secret route, leading to the roof, from where you can shoot our victim. This is significant. This prints, officer, could be the prints of our killer.
Let's have a closer look then. Dude, are they going to be the scuffed footprints? That was always the deal with the 8 Hardy and the sandpaper on the pedal or whatever. Wearing away their shoes, surely.
Large prints, most likely made by boots. The size is hard to determine. Sole could be bigger than vamp. The soles have left a pattern, uniform, horizontal lines. This print is unlike one left by a regular worker boot. It is not a brand sole with logos on it. It seems custom made or old-fashioned. Shoe size is 41 to 42, maybe 43. It could be a large-footed woman or a small to average-footed man. This is, unfortunately, the worst, most vague shoe size there is.
That's not the old soul, damn. I was hoping. This print doesn't look like the old sold print we found at the hanging, Kim.
The size looks about the same, actually. They are not the same shoe, but they could be the same person.
Definitely could have just been wearing different shoes, yeah. This doesn't look like the worker's boots from the hanging, does it? Aren't these sort of the same question?
No, these little horizontal lines are different. They look custom-made to me. Or some kind of foreign print. Hard to say. Still a boot, though.
Everything around you is quiet. The prints crisscross the workshop floor.
Well, yeah, it's not the scuffed shoe, but it's around the right size. There still could be.
You clearly see foot.
Jackpot.
Jackpot. And there's the door.
This is the inside of the barred door you've seen before.
So what's on the other side? We know what's on the other side.
Unless we've veered off into a folded M dimension, I'm expecting to step out on the roof. We could ask Class about this route. See how she reacts.
She's going to see us pop out, assuming she's still there.
M dimension. A reference to the popular science fiction series, In System. Look who's in a good mood suddenly and reads science fiction.
He's on that multiverse. Definitely unbar the door. We still need to check to confirm it's not like a sniper or something, but everything lines up. It all makes so much sense with the way this is going.
I was just thinking, what a nice evening it is for taking part in a murder investigation.
Thought we could maybe say something about the door, but this is fresh. Let's get back to those lies you told.
Lies?
She repeats, then trails off. It's unclear what she intended to say.
Yes, we demand she be punished for deceiving us. We demand her anxiety. We demand her fear.
I mean, our drama's being dramatic as usual, but like, sort of, yeah. Let's talk about you and Ruby again.
She nods, then nervously pulls on her cigarette.
There's nothing new here. Is there a new line somewhere in here we can open up since we've opened up this door? How could she have killed
You've
him?
been through there. She could have come to the roof through that, then made the shot right here, where I stand. It was dark outside. I wouldn't have seen her.
That is actually new. You've been through here, right? I saw you come out. It leads downstairs. No, that is new dialogue. It wasn't sort of lit up. She could have come to the roof through that, then made the shot right here where I stand. It was dark outside. I wouldn't have seen her.
Then slipped back downstairs without anyone noticing. That is possible.
Interesting theory. Did she know that door exists? Had you been out there with her?
Yes, of course. She's been up here many times, jacking private stations off the ring antenna. She used to come here to drink on the roof with me, before it got weird.
It was weird. I always thought, like, sometimes these lines are grayed out, but they lead to more dialogue lines that might be new.
She has Sex. When I started,
I don't understand. What exactly in your relationship made you think
she said she's in
and you let
Heard
her...
a
this.
little. I was flattered, you know? But then I had to.
This is...
Some.
This is a familiar theory. You had it too, remember?
Okay.
She slowly.
Ooh.
Master Investigator, you just can't keep yourself away from locked and hidden places, can you?
It is my duty as a cop to investigate every square inch of this world.
Attaboy, the world's secrets were made for you. They wait patiently for you to uncover them.
You got a new fort. The Jam Rock Shuffle. This guy's gone now. Who's this? Oh, there are a lot more people now. We should have waited till now to do karaoke. What do we just... I doubt there's anything new with Titus and the boys.
The Coppernado is back. What do you want?
I want to go over a few things regarding Ruby's disappearance again.
Yeah? What?
It's all the same stuff.
Anything else you want, Cobb?
I don't know if we should say this. He's already given us a lot of information. Is it okay now to sort of push this? I talked to Joyce. The merc you hanged. His friends are coming for you. I don't really want to say that. We could go and start having a look around the coast, but it's pretty late. Get something interactive? Oh, the map.
The worn map features the patchwork grid of the streets of Martinez, with directions to appropriately touristy locations. Year 48 resides on the upper right corner.
Trace a path through the grid.
Your finger moves through the various streets, across Rue de Saint-Ghislain and Rue Saint-Sipar, over Saint-Brun and Martinez North, finally coming to a halt on the spot where you are currently standing, although the map gives no such indication itself.
For a more detailed view of the map, go to your journal and select the Map tab.
Cool. I guess we can sort of just do whatever for 50 minutes and then, because we got something tonight about our gun, wasn't it? So much. Confront the pigs and get your gun back. Someone's been running around with your sidearm pretending to be a police officer. You must meet her near the old fish market at 10 and get your service weapon back. So we can start heading over there. Can we actually fast travel now? And does it take time? What is it, 9:10? I don't know how. It said fast travel was opened. But did it say something about fast travel once? We just never had a map? Thought that was a thing. No idea how I would actually do it. It really doesn't take that long to just run over there anyway. We got weird clothes on as well. Yeah, we don't. Oh, we got weird clothes on. What else could we have? Shirt. Yeah, this is probably fine for now. I think we have a lot of things to talk about with a lot of people here, but it's all sort of side questy stuff. Being here, yeah, it's just some bunk shack. Yeah.
Waves are beginning to die down. Look at those little bastards. Simmer down. Simmer down, bastards.
Why does she care about the waves so much?
What is it with you and those waves?
What is it with waves and fishermen? We need to be out there with them, fishing, making a living. So I asked them to accommodate me. But until that happens, I can try to assist you the best I can. So, what will it be, officer?
I'm looking for someone else, actually.
Oh? Who?
I'm looking for a suspect who might have stayed in this neighborhood.
Okay. When did this person stay here?
Very recently, over the past few days. She might have arrived on Friday. We're questioning about Ruby now.
Oh. I've been out on the sea for most of the past week. The weather's been good for fishing, so I usually start at 4 in the morning.
4 in the morning, really?
Yes, that's the optimal time. Got to make the most of the calm. I've been sleeping like a corpse after. The sea really takes its toll. Now I'm just waiting for the wind to settle to get out there again. Sorry I couldn't help you out. Maybe I can help you find someone else. Really? Are you sure you're not also looking for Nadia Harnancourt? Or Ignis Nielsen? Or the great lost city of Ace under the waves?
I am looking for a lot of stuff, ain't I?
A lot of stuff.
Yeah. That's what cops do.
I guess that makes you into some sort of terrier. Either way, I can't help you out.
Why would we tell her that that's my motor carriage in the sea, by the way? Or we could ask her on a date. That's right, this was always here. Kim's presence makes it awkward. She needs to go on a date with another drunk. Badly. I don't think we're going to hit that anytime soon. Who's this?
I'll just keep
Oh,
the
it's Joyce.
Cordeleche in the channel, if that's okay. It's too shallow near the pier.
She's popped off over here now. She's somewhere different.
Hi, ma'am. And it's a jetty, by the way.
Of course. Jetty. I prefer a good jetty to a pier any day. Jetty?
Something about the way she says it makes you want to sing.
Yeah, let's sing. Jettity jetty.
Oh, jetty, oh, jetty. It's good to see you here, detectives. I only just arrived myself.
What brings you here, madame?
Nothing, really. I've had my eye on this jetty for weeks now, so I decided to investigate it personally. This cluster of buildings isn't on any of the official maps, as far as I can tell.
That. And she's also keeping an eye on you.
Have you been spying on us?
Spying has such a negative connotation. I did track your progress along the coast, however, and decided I would be better able to assist you from here. Then there's the matter of that little scamp in old lady clothes. She threatened to paint the Cordeleche red. Like blood, you see. Well, I like it the way it is. White.
What is this? Destruction of property? Hooliganism? Elder abuse? And who is this scamp, anyway?
It's obviously Cindy the Skull, yeah. Who is this scamp? Want me to look into it?
No need. Lillian and I are getting on much better. For one, she appreciates the concept of rent.
So how do you like it here? That's just Cindy
How
they're talking
do
about.
I like it?
She casts her gaze towards the village, slush melting on the cinder blocks, construction work left half finished 10 years ago.
Water drips down eaves of Eternite. The jetty below her feet creaks to the tune. The smell of salt and dog shit in the background.
It's pornographically poor. The street has no name, all the men are dead or missing. And is that the carcass of a motor carriage over there?
Who could have done that?
I'm surprised that woman hasn't put me to the sword yet. Maybe she will. You should ask your questions while you can.
Dark eyes survey the coast leading up to Martinez. Dull grey metal rests in her scabbard. A sword. The wind is too loud for her to hear.
Fortunately for you, madame, the RCM is on the scene.
All right. Politics time. Let's react. Real men, real politics, real thoughts in your head.
Politics time, let's react. We're really gonna go at her? I don't even know where we're really cool talking to her too much at the moment. I'm like, I don't want to get into all this.
Do you know how they discovered this place?
This island?
No, they're in Celindian, Isola.
No, I don't know how they discovered it.
Well, your condition has left you no worse off than most of these people. The literacy rate is around 45% west of the river. 50 years of occupation have left these people in an oblivion of poverty.
I was gonna say nothing again.
It's a pity. Most of these people will never know what this place means, this island of matter, or why they were ferried over in the first place. Remind me to tell you one day. For now, how can I assist you in this new location? Of course. I hear you have singled out a suspect and are in pursuit. This is cause for cautious optimism. How can I help you at this juncture?
There's no direct question about Ruby. I don't want to spend too much time talking to her right now. I prefer to ask the more locals who may have seen something, like those drunk guys. She may have seen something new.
The old woman still sits in her chair, continuing with her chores. As she does so, she quietly hums to herself. The buzz of electric lights blends together with the slow rumble of the ocean waves at night. There's a gap where the name of that song should be. You should ask her about it right now.
You're still up?
Yes, I can't really sleep anymore. Only a few hours a night. It happens when you grow older.
She sloshes the water in the bucket around for a bit.
My suggestion is, don't. Don't grow any older than you already are. That's old enough. What's troubling your mind?
I'll try my best. Have you seen a red-haired woman named Ruby around the coast? She seems like the type of person who would have seen something if she's always just chilling out here.
Nay, I haven't seen anyone lately.
Okay, but do you know who I'm talking about?
This is my little cinder block town. I know what goes on around here.
She's being evasive. She knows something.
Really? I didn't pick that up. She seems like a pretty innocent old lady just chilling.
There was a murder in Martinez. She might be a suspect. We would appreciate your help.
Would you now? I know how this world works, and it doesn't work when people tell on each other.
She's no snitch. She's straight up like, I don't snitch, bro. They all seem like reasonable responses. This is like when that man locked himself in the woodshed. We just need to help her come out.
No, it's not like that, man. With him, we called you. Right now, you just arrived by yourself, like a raven plucking at the window glass.
I see. You know something, but you've decided not to tell us?
There's not much to tell. People come and go. Now, was there something else?
I see, ma'am. I hope you don't mind if we look around anyway.
You should look around your shack. Maybe she's rented it out to others too.
I found this jacket, but it's filthy. Could you wash it for me?
I can wash it for you, but it's going to take about a half an hour. Think you can stay put for that long?
Will it really eat half an hour? I mean, that's not too bad.
Hell yeah.
I could use a breather. It's been another track and field day.
Yeah, I'll wait.
Well, hand it over then, and I'll see what I can do. Must say, I'm proud of this one. It's pretty nice underneath all that filth. I hope you'll have an easier life in your hands.
That only took a little bit of time. What is this song you're humming?
A lullaby my mother used to sing. I sang it to my kids too. It's an old Samaran children's song.
It's weird. I don't like it. What's it called?
Surrender to the night.
That's kind of grim for a children's song, even if it is a lullaby.
Sounds nice.
Yes, it does.
Isn't that kind of the vibe where a lot of classic old songs kids would sing and stuff are actually quite grim? What was that? Ring a rosy, a pocket full of posy or whatever? Isn't that like about disease and shit? We should come back. We can have a look in here.
It's getting late, and it's raining. Time to call it a day.
No, not yet. I think I want Kim around for this late time meeting, don't I? What was it again? The Old Fish Market. Just walk past the fishing village until you see the boardwalk. That'll be happening soon. It'll be better to walk around and question people tomorrow when we know everybody's actually up and around. As we find something sus at night time.
Hello again.
Have you seen a red-haired woman around?
No.
Just no?
It's pretty desolate here. I only hear the dogs bark at night and see the shadows move down the coast.
Considering what we're trying to do here, this doesn't look like a good sign.
Superstition. We can turn the grim desolation into a fun dance club and thus also help turn this hellhole around.
Go and ask these guys.
Hi again. So, how are things going?
Nothing to ask about.
Goodbye, officer. We're close. True, hard, full, car. It's hard car. Skipper.
Your cop training.
None of this. Nothing new. We can't ask these guys. Like, because they're always in the tent, they wouldn't have seen anything. What's this? What's this fort?
Yes?
Didn't see anything to actually click on for that one. It's the case of that class here claiming she's hidden her passport or ID or whatever it was somewhere in Reeds. I'm not seeing anything. I've got so many skill points. Wait, is leveling up perception increase our chances of finding? It felt like it does. More things might pop up if we are more perceptive. Got so many skill points anyway, chuck them in something. Anything exciting in here? Probably just that science. Do you know any?
Yes, what is it?
Have you seen anyone suspicious? Oh yeah, yeah, I thought so. Like I've noticed that some areas I've been, and then I'll come back later after I've leveled things up a bit. I'm starting to see things I didn't see before, and I assumed because I'd been leveling up some sort of stat. It's making me more perceptive, more aware. Have you seen anyone suspicious? Say a woman named Ruby.
What? No, no one's suspicious around here.
She has not seen her, sire. 'Tis true.
I'm not going too crazy on the side quest right now, it's late. Just asking whoever until 10. I'm not sure exactly where we go for that gun business. Hey, this is the boardwalk area. I think it's a pretty big window to... Let's meet her near the old fish market at 10. Let's walk past the fishing village until you see the boardwalk. This looks like a boardwalk.
The remaining windows rattle from a strong gust of wind. They're covered in a thick layer of grime. They must have been like this for 40 years.
Try to see inside.
Dripping water falls from a high place. All you can see is the shadow of a collapsing staircase. There's rust and corrosion on the bars. They're foaming with it. And a small layer of white salt from the sea.
Lieutenant, can you make out what's inside?
No. I won't even try. You know...
He takes his glasses off. Yeah, I feel like we sort of established his eyesight's not the best. Poor old Kim.
I had a partner once. They called him Eyes, because he had to show me things. It's that bad.
Just nod. I won't push him too hard. This. Sewer? Is that all that was? Because somewhere out here supposedly is Classie's ID stuff.
The light vanishes inside the concrete slit. The structure goes deep under the earth.
What's in there?
Maybe it's just a storm drain for the sewer.
Kim, any idea what's down there?
No idea. Could be connected to one of the buildings around here.
Think we might find Ruby down there?
We might find her down somewhere. There's an old storm drain system beneath Martinez that's mostly collapsed. Revachol sewage system has been built and rebuilt 4 or 5 times now. In conclusion, she could be under any building.
But not in there?
I hope not.
I don't know if we should yell ho. They might just like scare someone. But I don't think we can go running down in there. I guess the opportunity's gone. The buoy.
A metal and plastic contraption bobs up and down amidst the trembling reeds. At first, it just looks like trash. But if you look closer...
That, over there. Must be the boy Klaas you told us about. The one she hid her passport in. We should take a look.
Ooh, hidden things. Secrets. Lies.
Ooh. Pick it up.
You lift the boy out of the water without much effort. It's not tied to anything. The cords dangling from the bottom appear to have been cut.
Examine the plastic ball.
The number 11 has been written on the yellow plastic. It hasn't been in the water for very long, but it's already discolored and slimy with silt. A latch holds it close, but only just barely. The brittle metal of the latch has cracked.
Simple construction. Very unsafe.
Sniff it. Sniff it.
It smells like you would expect it to smell. A concentrated version of the coast. Salt, industrial slop and decay. The water this side of the peninsula is cleaner. Actually, smells a little salty.
It's strange. Shake the buoy.
There's something in there, splashing around.
Open?
A shot glass's worth of seawater pours out. Some algae, and nothing else.
It's gone.
Well, damn.
No documents. Who do you think took them?
I have no idea.
This is a minor quirk. We know what was in there anyway.
Or think we do. This is a small loose end, either way. Not important, I hope.
Maybe Classie took them herself?
That may very well be the case. We should keep an eye on her. Nothing more for us to do here. Let's go.
You could ask the miss what she thinks. Later, if you have the time. Though you doubt she'll tell you much at this point.
We're lucky it's still here. A little longer and it would have floated away.
We still got here too late. There's nothing of use here anymore.
We need to be at this meeting like now, wherever it is. I'm not sure exactly. Where it will be. This sort of dead end stuff up here, isn't it? Not going to be down here. Did specify boardwalk. That whole wooden planky area. I'm going to guess is the boardwalk. Sure someone would just magically appear somewhere. Or what, really? Let's meet her near the old fish market. Just walk past the fishing village until you see the boardwalk. Old? Sort of looks like it around here. Ooh, that's right, I can go over here. Nothing interesting.
There's some tear.
Some of these things seem to have pretty strict timing. If we spend too long, we might miss them. Wandering off somewhere.
Is there something here that would indicate a sniper used this place as a nest for taking the shot? Just some urban detritus, a bottle, and a dilapidated old comms tower. In the distance you can hear the breakers roar.
I don't see it, Lieutenant W. Freitor. I don't see a person take a shot here and hit something there. In the whirling in rags.
Maybe the assailant climbed the comms tower? If I dig around for too much on this stuff, we're gonna miss the meeting.
It's not possible to climb that ladder. And even if it were, why? There's no platform up there to aim from.
It does look extremely rickety, and wouldn't help much either.
To warm his hands before pulling the trigger? Perhaps. But anyone could have made this. The coast is specked with fires this time of year. Truthfully, this seems like a very poor choice to take a 1.2 kilometer rifle shot from. Visibility is awful. There's water vapor everywhere. I think we can rule out... Biddable Prime, was it?
Look over the water to the whirling in rags.
There, 1.2 kilometers over the cold water of the bay, blue from the distance and the air. You see the smallest rectangle, barely visible. It's glowing in the dark night. The lights are on. Glasia must be in there. Looks like she kept her promise not to go out at night anymore.
Those? A smoking assailant who favors Tumutiri to Astra or Joanne? Cigarette butts are everywhere. This is a common brand for all men.
Tumutiri was a Revacholian colony. On it,
Nothing cigarettes
is
for now. Let me stop pressing random things. Assuming this is still just locked.
An old door, worn by elements, guards the depot. The wind has blown a sand dune in front of it. The door
the
hasn't
sniper
been
aim.
opened in a long while.
The sniper
You
angle
see
seems so
a
weird as
handle.
well. Everything else is lining up with the passage through the whirling.
From here to the whirling, I can't see how. The church is in the way.
Don't know where to go. Sort of hard to tell what's meant to be what. Wasn't much up here, was there? We've been up here. Do I straight up completely miss whatever this meeting is? I might straight up reload a save file, run around somewhere proper. There's all those boardwalky past here. It said past the village. It's kind of the village back there, isn't it? Instigator. Instigator?
A scattering of bullet holes is spread across the cracked wall, reaching from one corner to the other.
I want to do this stuff while I'm around here, but I'm wasting time and I'm going to miss this. No idea. Not sure how essential this is. Near the old fish market. Fisherman shacks. Oh, now the fast travel's popping up. It's all just sort of the normal people. Sort of head back to the start. Think we can get through there. May have missed it already. So we're gonna have to come back here tomorrow for the day anyway and talk to everybody. It'd be better to look through here in the daytime. Seems pretty important though. It's leading to getting my gun back. I would like to get my gun back. On my reload, I would like to try to get this done. When was this? $9.52. Old fish market. Near the old fish. Just walk past the fishing village until you see the boardwalk. If I'm there at 10, would they just like come walking up or something happen? So I feel like it's got to be around here, or where that dead guy was. Surely it's somewhere around here, yeah. It's got to be this. I might just leave it here. I might just have a quick break, go to the bathroom, get another drink or something, and just like stand here, see if something happens. Might take a few minutes though. This is clearly got to be the boardwalk, yeah? Looks like there's stuff inside here.
The remaining windows rattle from a strong gust of wind.
I guess now's a good time to take a break. This will actually take like a couple of minutes. Unless we do things, time doesn't really move too fast. Just gonna chill here. I'll do a hard save. We'll just leave this rock